Like, you could totally get a nose job on your lunch break. If you don't get any plastic surgery, then I will drop out of school. Oh my god, literally the K-pop industry is Yolanda, I swear to god. Hi, hello everyone, thank you for clicking onto this video. My name is Rachel, and if you are a returning subscriber, then you'll notice my background looks a little bit different over here. I don't know if it's just me, but every time I edit my videos or look back on my videos, all I can see is just how bland and boring my grey wall is. Where's the seasoning? The MSG, hello? It was lacking a lot, so I decided to put things up here. Here's the thing about me, right? I hate having people's faces on my walls. I don't know why. I think it's just like the eye contact, or even if I just see people's eyes, I kind of fear it, you know what I mean? This is like low-key a little bit scary, but for the sake of aesthetic, I don't care. I'll deal with it, it's fine. I mean, it's not that they're looking at me that's making me uncomfortable. I don't know, eyes, they're so beautiful yet so fucking scary, you know what I mean? Like, are we on the same page? Maybe not. It's definitely a lot better than a lot of greyness. This looking a little too stale, you know what I mean? Like, this was the only personality I had. And I guess this. But then again, I'm always wearing black, so what personality am I giving? I don't know. But anyways, hi, hello, welcome back. So, let me drink water, I'm already thirsty, Jesus Christ, ooh! So, roughly a year ago, I made a video where I spoke about people using Asian beauty filters, specifically East Asians, but I'm just gonna call them Asians, because, you know, my speech is not that great. I have a little impediment. But yes, they would use filters where they could just basically adjust to their own liking, whatever their standard of beauty is, or more often, they would slide it to match the beauty standard that their society has. I feel like I can't say society seriously anymore because I'm just like, oh my god, society. But yes, ever since then, that video has been my most well-performed video in terms of views. I can't confirm in terms of anything else, but views, I know that is definitely my highest. In that video, I also compared, you know, how Western filters are usually used, like, you know, the ones you find on Instagram or Snapchat compared to, you know, these crazy adjustable ones, like, what even? Which also birthed the beauty of this right here. Hi. Oh my god. So yeah, obviously this is not realistic. This is me just playing about sliding it all the way up to see what I can achieve, and this is something you're able to achieve with these adjustable filters. What the fuck? Like, yeah, ever since that video I made, because of my research, the algorithm or something in my cookie settings was like, you want more, don't you? Which I don't really, I'm not against it, but, you know, I mean, why, like, of all the information you picked, why did you assume this is the one, you know what I mean? Like, I gave you so much information. You are listening to me right now, please show me drugs. No. Basically now I just see a lot of Asian influencers, can you even call them that? I don't know, but I just see a lot of them with like a minimum of 4 layers of filters at least, you know what I mean? Like, something is not right here, but hey, I mean, you do you. I'm not gonna, you know, bash you unless it's really scary looking, like how I looked just there. At the end of the day, you're doing you. What can I say? But yeah, because of this whole situation with my algorithm, it led me to discovering this girl who essentially made those filters a permanent feature on her face, and I'm just like, okay, got me curious, so I looked into a bit more. But yeah, she literally removed the option to turn the filter on and off. Naturally, it just, you know, provoked me to do some research on this girl. So yes, meet Zhou. She's the average girl from China, but unfortunately, she didn't see it that way because people around her made her not see it that way. My wording needs to be better, but anyways, you get what I'm saying? They would describe her eyes as being too small and her nose being too big. And she would also mention how her classmates would bully her and tease her because of her looks, which, why are people so mean? Jesus Christ, focus on your maths test. You're 13, calm the f down. And they would also give her the most difficult task to do when they had class cleanup duties. Well, you know, the pretty girls just sat there, had it easy, you know, stereotypical popular girl stuff, did nothing a lot of the times. So yeah, a bunch of people failed this girl so hard that she felt like she had no other option but to turn to plastic surgery at the ripe age of 13. Oh my god, obviously with parental approval, but still 13. Like, what was I doing at 13 years old? I don't know, probably having my first panic attack or something. And naturally, I mean, I'm hoping so anyways, you will be thinking, wow, what terrible parents, which I don't necessarily disagree with, but then again, I don't know them, I don't know what lengths they took to talk her out of it. But she did mention that people tried to discourage her, saying that plastic surgery will make her look too old for her age, which, spoiler, it did, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, Zhao being the girl boss that she is, told her parents, if you don't get me plastic surgery, then I will drop out of school, make my own money, and get it myself. Her parents ultimately gave their approval because they felt like her desperation would just make her go down an unsafe path, because realistically, how much can a 13-year-old make? And also, what scammer would not take advantage of a 13-year-old? So yeah, they just felt that it would be the best way, because obviously, if they have their approval, then they would at least know that she's operated on by professional doctors at certified clinics. I can understand why in that sense, but I can't understand anything else, to be honest, because she's 13. Like, you know. Now Zhao is on her little merry way to get her little double eyelid surgery, which is basically, let me open my notes here. Double eyelid surgery is a procedure where they create an incision and remove the excess skin in the upper eyelid to create an appearance of a more open eye with a crease. Wow. After the procedure, Zhao stated that everyone's attitude towards me became more friendly, and it wasn't long after that I decided to go back under the knife for the second time, then the third, and so on and so on. That's how her addiction began and spiraled. I know, looking at this from like a Western viewpoint, you know, it's like really shocking, and my ethics and moral compass are being raised right now. Like, they're having like a freak out, like flashing red lights, blah 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 blah, you know what I mean? That's not how a siren sounds, but especially would get, okay? I do my own stunts here. That was not a stunt. But yes, turning to plastic surgery is so common in some East Asian countries because their standards of presenting oneself is really high, because obviously when someone sees you, your first impression of them is going to be how they look. Okay, so I have an example here, and I'm pretty sure some of you might have heard of it. It's a common theory. You have two resumes, both say amazing things, like you want to hire them, right? But you can only hire one of them. One is conventionally attractive and the other is not conventionally attractive. Now, which one would you hire? And you know, I'm not a good person either. I do judge people. I just know to not fucking let it come out my mouth, because what's the point? Why do I need to spread negativity? So yeah, for a lot of people in these East Asian countries, if you can get ahead of yourself in life and make your appearance look better, why not? Pretty privilege exists. But yeah, double eyelid surgery is probably the more safer thing to do, because your eyes don't change too much throughout your life. Meanwhile, your nose and I'm pretty sure your ears, like, they're constantly changing throughout your entire life. Double eyelid surgery is subtle, and also if you wear glasses, like, you're fucking hiding so much anyways. Like, I don't think anyone ever noticed I had double eyelids. Did you? I don't know, did you? But yes, fast forward to present time now. She is 16 and claims she has definitely more than 100 procedures done, which again, what is there left to operate on? But also, you're 16, like, that is, you're putting yourself through so much at such a young age. Like, are you okay? And you know, I'm not against plastic surgery, but I feel like if you're gonna be addicted to plastic surgery, like, at least be addicted to plastic surgery when your frontal lobe is fully developed. There's a reason why car insurance companies charge younger people higher, because we have the natural urge, the impulse to just suddenly drive off a cliff for no apparent reason. Like, we have intrusive thoughts. Like, once your frontal lobe is developed, it lessens a lot, which is why people often advise to wait till you're older to get any sort of procedure done, because you'll know when you really want it and when it's just an impulse to suddenly be like, I want a boob job, you know what I mean? But yeah, maybe 13-year-old Zhao really needs to hear that advice, but I mean, I guess it's too late now, because yeah, it's definitely turned into addiction for sure. Like, her total procedures accumulate to $620,000. You know, like, what? I can't even. And despite all of her procedures, which literally makes her look like a walking beauty filter, you can still tell that she uses beauty filters, which makes me question, when will it ever be enough for her? When will she stop? Because having this many procedures in such a short amount of time is definitely not good on someone. Like, she even claims that she's having memory loss from the anesthetics. That in itself is scary. Yeah, she also has a bunch of loose skin caused by liposuction, which I feel like she'll probably end up getting another procedure to fix the loose skin. She also has permanent scarring because obviously she's not really letting herself heal if she's getting so many procedures. But she says she's fine with it because when she wakes up, she knows she will look beautiful in just 7 days. Girl, why are you so relaxed? And you might be also wondering, does she have any regrets? No, this is what she said. I have no regrets apart from wishing she could have started sooner. Sooner. Which, like, what do you mean sooner? Like, you were young and you are still young. Like, how much sooner could you go back? Like, what do you mean? Like, do you want a nose job as soon as you come out of the womb? Like, I am in distress, girl. I am concerned about you. Again, I am not against plastic surgery, but you're just so young. There's so much more to life than looks. Because of her looks and unusual procedure timeline, she has accumulated a following of 400,000 on Weibo. I'm sure she does get hate, but she does seem to be unbothered by the hate, but I can't confirm because I have not found anything. But also I can't read Chinese, so what the fuck do I know, honestly? And like I briefly mentioned before, another thing to consider is that beauty standards change all the time. I remember one time I saw this Korean forum of people talking about their beauty standards in Korea, which I cannot find for the life of me. If I can find it, I'll put it in here, but I remember what they said. But obviously, you know, it's not perfect, but you know, my memory is pretty good. But basically, a lot of them mentioned how the standard is too high, which makes a lot of young people insecure, which obviously. People also said if people really want it and they have their own reason, go ahead and get it, but don't try and hide the fact that you went under the knife because let's be real, we have clinics everywhere. Let's just own it. It's part of us now, which I can confirm. I went to Korea when I was 15 and there were clinics everywhere. Like, you could totally get a nose job on your lunch break if you really wanted to because it's just that easily accessible because they're everywhere. Sign a few papers here and there, sedate me, and boom, new nose. And of course, there were people who mentioned how beauty standards change all the time. Years ago, someone who was considered the most beautiful person might seem average if we compare it with the unattainable high standards of today, which I feel like that in itself tells you how high their standards have become, because how can you just suddenly be like, you're mid, you know what I mean? Like, is it someone who is once considered beautiful in whatever timeline we're in, future, past, present? Aren't you always going to be considered beautiful even once your like collagen level drops and your skin is sagging? I personally think there's some beautiful people with saggy skin. Am I complimenting or offending people right now? I don't really know. I also just think it's such a weird concept how K-pop idols, like I'm pretty sure 90% of them has had some sort of procedure, whether it was under the knife, fillers, Botox, whatever. Obviously, we could assume all we want, but we never know until it's confirmed. Like, until a K-pop idol announces themselves, I have had XYZ done to my face, we kind of just have to like low-key assume, well not low-key assume, but like we just have to kind of pretend that puberty gave them a fucking face shave and a fucking higher nose bridge and that they use this cream and then they don't have a single wrinkle on their face, you know what I mean? Like it's such a weird concept to me. Like, it's definitely not a secret, but why does it feel so secretive? I mean, then again, I know it's like none of our business. Like, I couldn't care less. When you think about it in other aspects, like a lot of people start as kids, you know what I mean? Like, which is a different story for a different time. But like telling a kid to be like, this is a flaw, get this fixed and you'll bring in so much money, you'll be so successful, like it's messed up. Or even just an adult, there are adults there. Hi adults. Just let it be a choice. Don't force the little kids into it, please. Like, don't fucking Yolanda them, please. Oh my god, literally the K-pop industry is Yolanda, I swear to god. But yes, to end this video, it's honestly just really sad to hear someone as young as 13, but also 16, is going through a plastic surgery addiction because of literally just how much people failed her. But yes, it seems like beauty standards will forever be rising and getting more unattainable to achieve, so let's just not try and have one at all. How about that? I don't know how that will work. But yes, what's your thoughts on this topic? Please let me know down below in the comments. It really does help me with the algorithm, which in returns tells YouTube that people like my content and that I deserve to be a creator on this platform. I know, it's a weird concept. Oof, my goodness, the algorithm scares me. YouTube is getting more difficult, so I do appreciate any sort of engagement, such as liking and sharing this video. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so you know whenever I upload a video, because sometimes I get a little demotivated a bit too hard. I'm currently still in a slump, but I'm trying to get out of it. I'm trying my best. That's all we can do. So yes, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.